What is good, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. The movie I'm reviewing today is available for streaming on HBOMAX and Peacock. There will be spoilers going forward. This movie came out in 1984 and is a classic. If you have not seen it, go check it out and come back. I would not want this spoiled for you. Today I am reviewing A Nightmare on Elm Street, directed by Wes Craven, starring Heather Langenkamp, Johnny Depp, and Robert Englund. It is about a group of teenagers who are being haunted and killed in their dreams by a child murderer of their town, a legend, Freddy Krueger, who was murdered years ago by being burned to death by the townspeople and is now seeking revenge on the children of the town by killing them in their dreams. He is plucking them off one by one. Naturally, nobody believes what's going on. Our lead character is Nancy. She sees her group of friends being gradually just killed off. Her dad doesn't believe her, who's the police chief. No one believes her. So imagine just being a teenager, your friends are being killed, you're all sharing the same dreams. You talk, you hang out, and you realize you're all being hunted down by the same killer, but he's not real, at least in the physical form. And nobody believes you, and all you do is see your friends getting killed, but it gets blamed on delinquency, mental health. Oh, they were a troubled teen. No one believes you, again, until it's too late. That's a common horror trope, is parents not believing kids, and Freddy preys on that. He preys on your fear. This is a killer who is not here. You can outrun Michael, you can outsmart Jason, and you can hit Chucky in the head with a golf club. You have to go to sleep. You can't get on an airplane to escape him. You can't fly to another country. You have to sleep. We all have to sleep. This is like your food killing you. This is like you're gonna either starve to death or you're gonna get killed eating your food. Well, that's another story. But in our real world. However, it is a beautifully made movie. It is a great movie. Nancy, who is Heather Langenkamp, does a tremendous job in this movie as Nancy. This is like the horror genre. I know we have a lot of the Me Too stuff going on in our world right now. The horror genre has been doing Me Too, if you want to call it, not even for that reason. They've been having strong female characters, final girls, since forever. And Nancy is one of the originals, and she is tremendous. Heather Langenkamp does a great job. She is a strong character. I mean, we have the introduction to Johnny Depp in this movie. It is shot beautifully. The nightmare scenes are very nightmarish. As we all know, we've all had a nightmare at some point in our life. There's things that are real, but there's things mixed in there that aren't real. Freddy's face is burned. It is horrifying. The effects are practical in this movie. It looks so good. I'm kind of getting into what I like and what makes it a classic. But yeah, it's the look of the movie, the effects. There's practical effects. When Nancy falls asleep in her classroom and sees her friend being dragged away in a body bag. When Johnny Depp is sucked into his bed and then spit out. Her friend who was a delinquent and, oh, he might have mental health issues. So he takes his own life. It plays on all these things. It plays on not trusting kids. It holds up tremendously. It is a concept that is absolutely horrifying. The remake did not do it justice. It was okay, but did not nearly do it justice. Again, the effects are great. The nightmare scenes are done perfectly. The teacher, actually, in the one scene with Nancy's teacher, she's from Insidious, and she's been in a lot of other horror movies, so I thought that was a nice thing that just naturally happened. Freddy has a bit of a sense of humor, but this is pretty much just pure scary Freddy. And as I mentioned in my Child's Play ranking, I like these movies when there's no sense of humor. As we all know, there's been many sequels to A Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't think any of them even remotely touch the original. The concept is perfect. Now, getting into the one thing I do not like about the original that holds it back just a little bit. Why couldn't they let Wes Craven have his ending? Studio gets involved and they make that ending. The last 15 minutes of this movie is what, I think like 10 minutes. Oh my God. It was clear they were just trying to sequelize it. The mom gets sucked into the house. That looks terrible. The kids getting drove off in the Freddy convertible. It's just like, oh, come on. We needed a more we need a he's still out there ending, but not in the way they did it. They did it in a way where we're gonna have sequels, not in the way where he can still get you in your dreams. This is what separates the original Halloween from A Nightmare on Elm Street. The original Halloween was strictly designed to be a sole one movie. And it's a he's out there. The ending is he's still out there. Same thing with Freddy. We need the concept of that. We're almost rooting for him in this movie. I almost want him to get Nancy, but Nancy's such a great character that I kind of don't want that to happen. But the ending is really the only thing that holds it back just a little bit for me. It's still a classic. It's still, as far as a horror movie, it's still a 5 out of 5. It's absolutely worth watching. Please check out A Nightmare on Elm Street if you have not seen it. Wes Craven is one of the great horror directors of all time. Well, directors in general then. Last House on the Left, one of the most shocking movies. Hills Have Eyes, Scream. He reinvented the horror franchise. I mean, and of course, A Nightmare on Elm Street, which arguably is one of his best. I prefer Scream just a little bit, but that's subjective. But this is an absolute classic. Absolutely holds up. If you do have one of these streaming services, check it out. I will see you guys again soon. This week I'm reviewing slashers leading up to Halloween Kills coming out this Thursday. I will have that up as well. I'm going to be reviewing that as soon as it's done. But guys, I will see you all again soon. Please take care and be well. Thank you for your time.